everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another series review. I just recently watched Broken Dreams. It was Power Rangers Samurai, and I remember seeing this episode for the first time, and I hadn't watched Power Rangers in years. I was instantly hooked by Power Rangers Samurai just due to the fact of because Japan holds such a pull for me. I've always been attracted by the people, the culture, the food, the language, the music, the scenery, cherry trees. Need I go on? But anyways, I always remembered that I really liked Gayu, but I just felt so much pity for her, and this episode actually reveals as to how she became entrapped within that whole scenario with the nightlock and everything. And I thought, oh my, she really is a very pathetic and tragic character, and you can't help but feel sorrow for her, and you want the best for her even though she's a villain. And I always liked her, and you realize that she had pledged her life to be with Decker, but she was tricked, and Decker no longer remembers who she is. I thought, oh, that's horrible. But the monster that's sent out is rather insidious in and of himself. He's Rhinoceros, and I know he doesn't sound like he's that scary. Oh, he's pretty scary. He can actually make his victims fall into a deep slumber, but he'll consume them because they never wake up. I thought, that's dark. for a children's show, that's really morbid. It's unbelievably macabre, because I thought at first I didn't really see it as that. I just thought that he was a really cool looking villain, and it was nice to see another sleep/dream oniristic sort involved in Power Rangers again, because it brought memories back of Somnobot and all that. And I recently got introduced to Nightmare, and Nightmare is also intriguing as well. I don't know, how would I rank him amongst dream-themed villains? I would say Nightmare would probably be the first, because he can enter the dreams of the Rangers. And that's sinister in and of itself, because it's just like in Falling Water, that's private property and should not be touched. Stay out of my mind. So I would say number 2 amongst all dream-themed sort of villains, and Somnobot would be 3, even though Somnobot's my favorite. I love her to pieces. Yeah, I remember this episode. This episode was actually one of my favorites when I had seen it the first time. And of course, that battle, that to be continued, between Jaden and Decker, yeah, that was intense, and I always remember that, and I wouldn't mind seeing that battle again, because that was my favorite of all the episodes combined, just due to the fact of it was just a solid fight scene, and it was just unbelievable, and the choreographing was just outstanding. But that's all I have to say about that particular episode. Well, another thing I wanted to say is killing the Rangers in this way, that's just low. I'm sorry, but they didn't have any recourse, and of course Pink Ranger was the one that figured out Guyu's backstory, and I always thought that was interesting. I like the comedy relief in it as well with Bulk and Skull. Skull. Why am I saying that? Yeah, original MMPR fan here. He is actually Spike is related to Skull, but anyway, you can tell the resemblance. It's, you know, Uncle, his nephew, but I should say Spike. They're both in samurai armor, and he's riding a horse, and he says, I will put an end to you, vile scum. I am dismounting, and of course he falls on his face, but it's just what you would expect. You think, yeah, back to the good old days, nostalgia. But I always loved that, and I actually had a chance to email Felix, and he seems like a really sweet, down to earth, amiable sort. I've talked to Polly too, but I haven't heard much from Polly or from Felix or from Jason, so I don't know what's going on. They're busy, so I leave them alone. I'm not gonna be too fangirly around them, or they'll think I'm some kind of stalker, crazy psycho. I'm not. Anyways, that's all for that particular episode, so I shall see you next time. Live long, prosper. Ciao, tutti.